Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV, gonna be casting a game between Startale.Virus and Liquid Hero. It is a PvT on Tal'Darim altar. Both of these players are currently in Code A right now. Virus goes up against Yu-Gi-Oh! Next week, and then if he ends up beating Yu-Gi-Oh! He will progress into the round of 24 against Jotki. Hero plays his round of 48 game tonight up against Zenix's line, and then next week if he wins that game he will be up against JYP, and if he ends up beating JYP he goes up against Slayer's Gonzi. So both these players are very good in Code A, and we'll see exactly what happens this game. Hero is going to be throwing down his 9 pile and choosing not to scout after that. A 10 supply depot goes right next to this command center, not losing any mining time and traveling for that SCV. We'll see exactly what ends up happening. Most likely Virus will be going for a 12 barracks and Hero will go for a 12 or 13 gate. We'll keep an eye on that because I'm kind of curious if he goes 12 gate or 13 gate. I think he is one that does love the 12 gates, and he is not putting another probe in production right now. So yes, it will indeed be a 12 gate, and then he will be going out to scout to see exactly what Virus is up to. And Virus right now going to be building the 12 barracks and getting another SCV, so we'll see if he ends up going for 13 gas, which it looks like he is. That 13th SCV will be going out of the command center to go and get that gas. So this will allow Virus to either go for a 1-1-1 route or a 2 barracks pressure build. He could also go for some type of medevac timing, but in these positions medevacs would not be the best call just because they have such a long distance. If he spawned close by air, that medevac play may come in handy. But in these complete crosses, I don't see that really happening. We do have Hero going to be scouting Virus right now, and he'll be able to get in before this barracks finishes. And looks like he has something. He's actually made a star up against Startale.Virus, puts his scouting pattern in a star, and that's a little bit cute. We do have an SCV out for Virus going out, and also he is going to scout. So if he's quick, he will spot there is only 13 SCVs right here, and then he will know it is going to be some type of 2 barracks. But here sending out a probe already. He is going to be scouting this tech lab, I believe. Did he see that? Yes, he sees that tech lab, and he's going out to find that one SCV that did leave the base, and is going to find out it is a scouting SCV. And I guess Hero thought that was a little bit early, so he's just making sure nothing was proxy. But of course we do have Virus going for a 2x, one just in his base, so this could throw off Hero just a little bit, unless of course he did count those workers and saw there were only 13 at the middle of the line instead of 14. Of course there were 13 because he had 15 out in the field. 1 went out to scout, 1 went up to build this barracks. We do have a Marauder first out of Virus, so actually a Marine first and then going into Marauder. He had to get that Marine to take out the probe of Hero. Hero going to be sending a Stalker across the map, and this will be cleaning up the 1 SCV, but we do have Virus moving out with a Marine and Marauder. And while the Stalker's over here, oh wait, it looks like he's going to ambush the Stalker. The probe does take down the SCV, or maybe that Stalker did get the kill, but now Hero is going to be losing the Stalker with some cutting of the Marauder, I guess maybe to avoid the probe. I have no clue why he even bothered cutting that. And the probe is going down, so Hero right now, he knows it's a 2 barracks because he does see 4 units out. He is getting a robo facility, going to be getting another gateway. Does have 1 sentry out, so Hero did go for a Stalker, then a sentry, and that will allow him to force field the ramp as long as he gets that on time, and I'm almost positive Hero will be getting that. He is not one to miss those force fields. Actually, no Code A players in their right mind would miss a force field on the ramp. And probe down here as well. And it looks like Virus is a little bit debating that. Hero trying to bait just 1 Marine up so he could trap 1 guy on the other side of that force field. And Hero, known for his micro, I guess he has something planned for this probe. Maybe it would eat a Marauder shot and allow the Zealot to get a hit. Another sentry is coming out just in the nick of time. Does trap 1 of those Marines and gets that 1 kill for a probe death. He is getting an Immortal right now. These sentries do not have enough. Oh no, he does have enough energy for 1 more force field. And that Immortal will definitely get out. And uh-oh, he does miss that force field unless it was on purpose. Now the sentries are moving back. He will be losing this one. Will he lose this next one? The Immortal is coming out. Will the Immortal be able to beat 3 Marauders and 2 Marines? But Hero is whooping in 2 Stalkers. His warp gates have just finished. And he will easily be able to clean this up, but he has lost quite a bit. Some cutting action for those Marauders going down, but the Immortal just takes them out in 3 hits. so easily cleaned up by Hero, but we do have more units coming in. It looks like Virus is going to be retreating. He has thrown down his command center in the midst of this, is going to be getting a bunker, and it looks like Hero is going to be building, he gets a pylon out right now, and going to be putting on a little bit of pressure. He does have a warp prism up, and he does have a sentry, actually he has 3 sentries, so that warp prism could be used to elevator up here and trap Virus down here. I'm kind of surprised that his units are at the bottom of this ramp protecting nothing right now. It would be much better for them to be up here just because of the fact, well, why would you go down here? There's nothing down here to protect. Hero is going to be coming with the Immortal and Sentry, going to try to pick off that one bunker, is forcing more units down here because, of course, Virus does not know about that one Warp Prism that we do know about. And Hero is going to be lifting up the Immortal with a few sentries, is going to be going up here, and we don't have any units at the top for Virus. The force field does go down. The Immortal is going to be elevating more units up, and Virus's econ line is in a lot of trouble right now. We do have 3 sentries here, going to be morphing in some more. Those Marines just going off to the side. He wants to get as many up as he can. He knows 2 Marines and 1 Marauder is no match for this force. Hero going to be doing a lot of damage, taking out 2 tech labs already. That does interrupt stim or combat shields. He does actually have combat shields, so it does interrupt that stim timing. And Virus does pull units off. Hero trying to do a little bit of Warp Prism Micro with those sentries and zealots, and he is doing more damage than he should be, warping in a Stalker right now, but the Warp Prism now goes down, and Virus does clean that up. Going into this Workers Kill tab, we do have 12 SCVs taken out in that battle to bring it to 20 SCVs versus 30 probes. Hero's Nexus is severely delayed, though. That command center is already in orbital command. He has double mules right now, so he's really up around 26 SCVs, 25 SCVs, and with the second command center, he will be able to build those pretty quick and catch back up. The Observer does go down. Going in this unit's loss tab, we do have Hero losing a little bit more. That was a really expensive harass. He lost a lot of sentries, an Immortal, and the Warp Prism in that play, and also a few Zealots, so I'd say this game is still about even. Hero should be chrono boosting his Nexus to get the probe count up because he did delay his expansion for so long, and he is doing that. We do have him transferring probes. It looks like it will be at the correct time. A little bit odd that he doesn't do return cargo first, so we do have him kind of delaying quite a few minerals, and he is going to immediately go on this gas. He is up to 4 gas already. And that is actually not too early. It is the 10-minute and 40-second mark. He gets those gases up by the time this Nexus finishes because, well, the Nexus was late. We do have Virus up on 3 gas right now, and he is going up into Starport play with the reactor, most likely going to be opening up with Medevacs. What does he see of Hero? Has he thrown down any scans? We do see a robotics bay on the way, and that is indicated because he did go for those 4 gases relatively quickly as soon as the expansion did finish. Do we have scans? No, we don't, so he doesn't even know if that Nexus is up. A Marine and Marauder is going to move out, take control of this watchtower, and see nothing here. He does know about this Observer most likely and maybe paying attention to it leaving. And we'll see if he does get the scan. Hero is going to be moving out with a handful of Zealot sentries and an Immortal to pick off this Marine and Marauder, and Virus is not going away. That stim pack is still not done because those tech labs did get sniped early on in this game with that cute Warp Prism play. We do have a factory going out to scout for Virus right now. And it looks like Hero is going to be picking off this one reactor with the Observer giving him vision. Virus goes, nuh-uh, and that stim pack is so close to done. He throws the scan, gets the Observer, and maybe going to be heading off all these units at the front, or the pass, whatever you want to call that saying. But they have a lot of energy for force fields. We do have kind of a neck-and-neck race. Hero bringing in more units, and now Virus is backing up. 1 force field, 2 force field, a Marine and Marauder do get trapped there. And gets 1 hit off on the Zealot. Medevacs are out now, and Hero cannot fight this fight. I don't think that Medevacs will help him greatly, but some great force fields come out of Hero, and Hero is going to be backing on off. Going to be losing this sentry, and this Immortal may actually go down if Virus does throw a stim to slow that down, but it doesn't look like it. Very happy with just getting that 1 sentry. And Virus is going to hold this 1 watchtower. He is getting another reactor on this barracks. Kind of odd that he did not move the placement of this barracks. Is still going to leave it off on that 1 cliff. And he is going to be coming in with these Medevacs. This is very good. Medevacs with Bio will trade equally against anything that is just Gateway. But we do have Hero with that Colossus. The Thermal Lance is not done, so they have equal range to the Marauders. And those Zealots going to be going down relatively quick, but actually maybe not too quick because he has mainly just Marauders, and Marauders don't do too much damage to Zealots. He does have quite a few of them. Force fields are going off. This Colossus may be going down. He is going to be marking that up on the high ground. These Stalkers in the back. Force fields are absolutely marvelous. Here are going to be whooping in more units, and it looks like he is going to be able to push that back. I have no clue what Virus was attacking. That Immortal is still full health. That Colossus, maybe that's what he was targeting down, as it does fall. Very nicely done by Virus. I did not think he was in range to that Colossus with a lot of those units. The Medevacs are going to be falling. These Stalkers are chasing them, but we do have a stim, and now Virus is going to try to save the Medevac's life. It does go down, but 2 Stalkers are going to be traded for that, and possibly more. Is he going to stim yet again and take so much damage on his Bioforce? No. You generally never want to stim twice, no matter what stage in the game it is, to chase a Protoss unit, just because it is going to be taking out around a third of your life. And Virus was trying to take out a pilot and just going to be moving on back. These Stalkers going to come out, and the Marauder is going down. He may take out 2 of them. We do have a lot of units. Actually, they are going to be going in the retreat. Does have Vikings out to deal with those Colossus. And it looks like he is very happy with just 4 Vikings to the 1 Colossus. Is going to go back into Medevac production. And here right now is getting double forges so he can start those upgrades. We don't have Virus with any upgrades just yet. Those Vikings are going to be taking out the 1 Colossus. Force fields go down. This Immortal is still getting a lot of kills, up to 14, 15 kills. Vikings are going to land, but another Colossus does come. That may not have been the smartest move. And we do have Virus moving on back here. Has a handful of Marauders and 2 Marines to fight this 1 force. The Stalker is relatively low. That will be going down. SCVs that have been pulled off the line. We do have a 3rd command center already done for Virus, so he is going to be able to rebuild those SCVs. SCVs do go back here. Does get a force field on that ramp, and the SCVs are going to be taking out that Stalker and realize, okay, well, we can't take out the Colossus. He is going to elevate units down here, so the Colossus can't put too much pressure on. The 3rd orbital command is done. As I did note, Hero is still just on 2 bases. We do have double E-bays going up for Virus, and has he thrown down any scans in this main? No, he hasn't, so he has no idea these double forges are chrono boosting the weapons and armor right now. Energy on the Nexus 26 and 50, so we'll see if he keeps using that, and Hero just going to be taking the gold base, as we do have Virus taking his gold base. Both players do want it this patch. Well, this isn't the new patch, so those mules will mine double on the gold base, and we will see Virus's income go way, way high. We have another pylon being built here by Hero, 95 supply to 107. And there we go. The Nexus has been started at the gold, but the orbital command at the gold is now landing for Virus, going up into this income. We do see him around 920, and maybe it was around like 1200 with, because the SCVs were transferring. But he is going to be going up to probably around 1500, 1600 once this base comes up, and up to 1700. But Hero is already here, going to be putting pressure on this 1 base. And the Marauders and Vikings are enough to clean this up. Both those Colossus will be falling, and then the Stalkers will be a easy castling. The Vikings are actually trying to chase them. I'm not too sure about that. SCVs killed. 30 SCVs so far have been killed. We are at 43 workers versus the 59, and the mules on the goal base will definitely make this just about even. Hero going to be starting his 2-2 right when this does finish. He is going for charge. Does that mean he already has blink? Nope. He is going to be opening up with charge, and that is very vulnerable to medevac drops, as Hero could, well, he could drop here, and then the medevacs could just lift up and get away because the Stalkers don't have blink to catch up to the medevacs. So there's really no excuse for losing medevacs against non-blink Stalkers at this stage in the game. We'll see if we do have Virus going to be abusing that fact. And this 1 Stalker is going to be going down. Virus doing a nice job on just stimming the 1 Marauder. And yes, the Stalker does fall and gets a Zealot as well. Going back to the worker tab, it is 52 to 59. Both players do have a gold base. The factory is landed at where Hero would want to take his 4th base, so he'll know exactly when that happens. And going to be leaving 1 Marine on this washout, but we do have the 1 Observer here. The Stalker is going to go and try to clean that 1 Marine up, and we'll get that no problem. Marine is at 0-0 with 1-1, just about done, but Hero has started 2-2 already, and he is still doing a great job at keeping those chrono boosted. And now we do have the Vikings going to go out for Colossus Hunt. He does throw a scan here, doesn't see any Colossus. So that's why the Vikings are just trying to find if there are any stray. And Won't find any because I don't believe any Colossus are out. No, they're on, and the Vikings are going to land to do a little bit of harassment. Hero does get a great concave on this. Flanks from 2 positions. Those Zealots get a great positioning. The force fields go down. More force field trapping all of those Marauders. This Immortal just cleaning up so many kills. We do have Virus lifting up in a medevac and trying to get on out of there. Keep in mind, those Vikings were doing a little bit of harassment to that one mineral line, and now they have moved down to this natural. Going to the workers killed. It is 11 now, up from, I think, 3 or 4. So he has definitely killed plenty of probes there, but he was not cost-effective in that engagement. Lost majority of his army, and we go to this loss time now. We do have Virus losing just a little bit more than Hero. And it looks like he is going to be doing a drop to snipe that one Robo facility, which will halt the Colossus production, which is very good. It will also halt the Immortal production. Does force Hero to be on just pure gateway units for a little bit. He is getting that Temple Archives, but of course that won't be effective right away. If we see a Ghost coming out, does he have a Ghost Academy? Yes, he does. Does he have any Ghost in this composition? No, he doesn't. But if he had EMP right now, he could hit a vicious timing. And those Stalkers just shooting these Vikings. The Vikings going around getting as much scouting information as they can, looking for any stray Robo facilities. Now going to be just escaping to safety. We do have these few Marauders with the one medevac just hanging out right here. Medevac is going to be healing. Has he seen that Templar Archives just yet? I don't know where that went. Well, he is going to see Templar, so of course he does know about the Templar Archives. We don't have Storm started just yet for Hero. He is getting another Robo facility, and now just finishing Blink so he can deal with the drops and these Vikings. And Virus still has a handful of units right there that are just getting healed up by the one medevac. We do have the worker count up 55 SCVs to 66 probes. It looks like Hero, Virus has kind of stopped SCV production right now. He is getting up his 4th base, and Hero stunning his 4th base right now. The drop is coming in. He is going to be sniping one of those pylons with these Marauders, unpowering 2 gateways, and going to be going on for the next one. This is powering a lot of gates. And is he going to get this? It looks like yes, he will be getting that one. 5 gates do go unpowered. Actually, that is 6 gates go unpowered. And we probably will have Virus moving in because he knows there is no, well, there are 3 Immortals with this, but if he gets some great EMPs off, then those Immortals would be relatively useless, since Bio will trade very well, but it looks like he is backing off. Has 5 Ghosts in his compositions. Looks like he was scared against it. That is a lot of Marauders, but we do have 34 Marines in this composition. He does see those 2 Archons and a few High Templars. Of course, there are only 1 on the field, but Virus does not know that. There could be some hiding around, and Storm is done. We do have 3-3 on the way for a Terran player, while Hero has not started his 3-3 upgrades just yet. Those gates are now being repowered. We do have a Templar sitting here so he can feed back any drops. Looks like the dropship has gone down. We have the Vikings landing again, but immediately going to be lifting on up. Scan does go down. These Ghosts want to get some EMPs off. Gets 1 off right now. And is he going to get these Immortals? 1 Immortal so far does get EMP'd, throwing up some more. So many units get EMP'd right now. Those Archons don't really have life. 1 Archon out of shields. Is he going to target that down? It is so close, but the Storm's going off. No, that Archon does not die. There he goes. It does go down. More Storms going down, and those Storms have done so much damage right now to Virus. At the same time, Vikings have landed up in this middle line. The worker kills now is even at 30. Keep in mind, the last time we looked at that was at 11. So Virus definitely doing a lot of economic damage to Hero. 49 workers, 255 SCVs. That is not a good spot for the Protoss to be in. And the Protoss is up by about 20 supply. The Vikings are going to be taken out, and Hero has restarted that Colossus production, so that will force Virus to rebuild those Vikings, and he only has 1 medevac out, so he's got to make the decision, do I want medevacs or Vikings? But he does have 2 reacted starports, so maybe he'll just do both. Looks like this one factory will be going down. We do have 3-3 just about done for a Terran player, while Hero still at 2-2, hasn't started his 3-3 just yet. His Nexus, 100 energy, 63 energy, 14, and 38. And it looks like Hero is going to be moving out with a lot of units going into this. We do have 22 Marines, 3 Ghosts, 11 Marauders versus the 3 Archons, 2 Colossus, and 3 Immortals. So if these Marines do go down, that will most likely be it, guys. That's a lot of mortals. Well, only 3, but the Urkons are just going to tear through everything. It's all going to come down to how good those EMPs are from these 3 ghosts. If they get fed back, well, that's the battle. Heroes Force will be able to stomp viruses. It's all going to come down to the High Templar and Ghost control. And, of course, how well Virus does stay split. He has to get a beautiful concave like Hero had when Virus was right here coming in from these 2 positions. That's what Virus needs to do against Hero. He is getting that Viking count up relatively high, throwing down scans, taking out observers, making Hero paranoid. We do have 3-3 now just started for Hero. Does have 3 Urkons, 3 Immortal, and 2 Colossus, not 3. And is that 12 High Templar? Do I count 12 High Templar? That may be quite a bit of storms. And there goes the first storm on some ghosts. Doesn't get any feedbacks off. Another storm going down on those Vikings. It looks like he's just tugging those with the storms. And those Vikings do go down. All those Vikings instantly down, which means these Colossus will be just devastating. Only 3 Vikings to deal with those 3 Colossus. And we do have 12 High Templars out. That's going to be so many storms. At the same time, we do have a few Zealots stopping the 5th base from mining. And Hero going to be tugging down those ghosts before he does go in. There are 1 ghost out now, and that is not enough to take down these Urkon shields. And we still have 11 High Templars. The storms are just going everywhere right now across the Bioforce, and there is nothing left. And there goes the GG. And I got to go back and just count where are these High Templars at. 11, 12 High Templars. That is a lot of High Templars. Is that all just to defend against drops, or does he have that in his army? Okay. Pause the game right now. We gotta count where are the High Templars. Only 3 with his army. Does have 3 at the gold base. Looks like 1 at his main. 1 on patrol right there. 2 at his natural. So yeah, he just has High Templars split up absolutely everywhere. Bravo, Hero. That was quite a few Templars, and the workers killed 30 to 30. Bravo Virus for catching back up in that worker kill count. And let's look at that final engagement one last time, and then we will go into SE2 gears. So before, the army tab does show it is relatively even, 116, 117, 121 to 123. And keep in mind, a lot of heroes supply right now. I mean, he has High Templars everywhere. Those are not in the battle. This one Colossus is not in the battle, so he doesn't really have a lot of supply just in that battle. I mean, that's quite a few units outside of it compared to a Terran player who's going to have pretty much all of his units in one spot. And it does get devastated. And did I miss that gold base going down, or did he just lift it up? He may have just lifted it up and went to this base. So the first storm does go down. And I'll leave this army tab up for the fight, so you can just see this drop with the storm. So 119. We don't have any engagement really just yet. Hero is running away. Stim goes down. I think that was the first stim. And now he is going to be retreating. You can see all of his units are very injured, and now he cannot stim again. That's the problem. When you stim and chase a Pyridos, and you don't have the Medivacs to heal, your units are just pretty much worthless right now. The army supply is still relatively even, but going to this Marine health right now. We do have that 45 life. The Colossus, how much damage? They have 3 armor, so that will take 6 damage off of the Colossus shot. But they're going to go down to 35 life. Those Colossus are going to deal 38 damage? Is that? Yeah, that's 38 damage. Minus the 6, so they're going to do 32 damage. But one more stim on these Marines will basically allow the Colossus to one-shot them. I guess with the Stalker shot and a Colossus on some of them. Some, of course, lower than 45. And if Hero did have +3 attack, does that finish here? No, it doesn't, but that would be enough to just one-shot the Marines. But we'll go in. Does he stim again? And if he does, how quick does his force die? So a handful of units do stim. Those are just suicidal right now. Down to 86. And Hero hasn't really lost anything. 84. 82. Another skin is going down. And there we go. Another stim does go. And Hero is going to be running away. Feedback on that one ghost. And now you get in this one situation where he stimmed twice, all of his units are injured, and he basically only has Marauders left. All those Marines will be going down almost instantly to the Storms and Colossus just because, again, of all that stimming. And that is a big problem in the Bio Forces against Protoss. You can just see Hero cutting. We'll watch that a little bit faster before we go in this, and you can just see the stims of his units just going injured. And I think this is why a lot of those late game PvT fights just look absolutely one-sided. Stims running through those storms, more storms, and Hero just doing a perfect job kiting the Terran play. You can see everything right now is pretty much in that yellow, some orange, some red. He's going to stim again, and his health is just going to drop immediately, like pretty much all into the red. There we go. Those units do go down. And Hero's essentially lost nothing right now for taking out 30 supply of Terran. And also, all this force is pretty injured, considering they need a stim to get it in another fight to be cost effective. There we go. Another stim goes down. And he doesn't really have a single unit above the yellow. And you can just see, going into this fight, doesn't stand a chance, because Hero, I mean, he's all good. He's all happy. While a Terran player just isn't, and Hero is going to be kiting yet more. Going to go through a few more storms. Feedback on that one ghost. Okay, he doesn't decide to kite anymore. He just kills. And you can see how quickly all those units just dropped to the storm because they were injured to begin with. And hopefully that puts a little bit in perspective in your TVPs. When you play Bio, you get to that late game. And yeah, I know updates are available. Oh well, we'll just ignore that. But when you play Bio and you get to that late game against Protoss, and you're just like, wow, my force just died instantly. How many times did you stim? And how much did the Protoss just kite you? Because Hero, I mean, the battle started. Am I still up in StarCraft? Yeah, the battle started right here. Right in the middle. This is where the battle started, and then going through storms and moved all the way across about a quarter of the map. And then he was like, okay, well, your units are all injured. Mine haven't even seen a fight in some time. So, yeah. Don't do drugs. That is the motto of that fight and the matchup late game. In the early games, it's all fun. And then, once you become junkies, you kind of get a little bit weak, get dependent on that, and then just fall. And that was my segue into opening up SE2 gears. So, we'll go straight to the APM. We do have Virus, his macro APM 133, micro at 168. That is ridiculously high. Is this the game? I believe this is the game. His redundancy is ridiculously high as well, at 49%. Let me just double check this. Yeah, this is the game. That's a high Terran macro APM, I think. I'm not used to seeing it that high. Hero, his macro APM at 44, his micro at 119, and I try to make a point in that game to look through his Nexus. We can go back to his Nexus at this late game and see 100 energy, 58 energy, 80 energy, 100 energy. So this is kind of why you see those super low macro APMs, I believe. And of course, Warp Gates kind of eliminates the need to cycle through a lot of buildings. Like you do see going to Virus's hotkeys. He is probably cycling through all his hotkeys relatively frequently, hitting 4, 6, and of course he doesn't have a factory because who builds factory units? But probably just hitting 4 and 6 quite often. Just cycling between these two, looking at them. After I go through this, I want to look at his playstyle and see exactly what he's doing to get that macro APM so high. I mean, you can see the red. This is macro right here, and there's Hero's way... No, this is micro APM. Overall, he's just faster. 49% redundancy, Hero at 26%. APM 302 against Hero's 163. Going over to... I want to count the storms. That would be a good thing to look at. Going into this, we have 7 feedbacks, 11 storms. That's a lot lower than I thought it'd be. 11 blinks, 7 Archons, 4 Guardian Shields, 17 Warp Gates, 40 Force Fields, and 68 Chronos. We do have 8 EMPs, 5 Snipes, 8... don't care about that. 24 Stims, 10 Scans, 36 Mules. And that's about it. Going into the units built, we do have 22 High Templars, 8 Colossus, 6 Observers, 5 Immortals, 99 Zealots, 26 Sentries, 43 Stalkers, 97 Probes, versus the 11 Ghosts, 23 Vikings, 18 Medevacs, 108 Marauders, and 121 Marines with the 83 SCVs. Going into resources spent, you can see it is relatively even. Both players doing about the same on minerals. We have an astonishing... Wow, that is really close. 125 more minerals for Hero spent. And the gas, Hero also did spend a little bit more at around 3,000 or 3,800 more. Going into... Builds tech. Unit tiers, that's what I want to look at. And, if... I forgot to go there. So for you guys, I guess hopefully you were listening. Sorry. Scene did not change. That is often an issue. But going in this, you can see that there's pretty much no black spots. We do have Hero with some. Generally, I don't like that, but in Hero's case, this may not be an issue. Going on right here, I don't know exactly what was happening. Look at the map view so you can do... overlay charts, map view, and right here, this is evident of Hero missing something. If you look, you can see this looks like it is when he did that Immortal play with the Warp Prism. He wasn't warping in units immediately because he was saving that up so he could warp them in when his Warp Prism went into phase mode. So you're saving the warp in. That's why you see the black right here. And this, not exactly sure what was going on. Maybe this is when Hero was cutting, missed a whoop in right there. Or maybe it was at max supply. Who knows? But generally, in low-level play, you would just want to eliminate as many of these black spots as you possibly can. And, as I did say, we want to go back into this and... let's just look at his control. And if, you're upset because I forgot to change my overlay back to SC2 gears, you're more than welcome to download the replay. It is on the description of the YouTube, like all games I cast. And open up SC2 gears for yourself and analyze it yourself. But we're going to go in and look at his selections. So, Orbital Command, SCV, Supply Depot, SCVs, Supply Depots, Marines. You can just see him cycling through almost all his hotkeys right now, seeing his starports, not building anything, putting stuff on them. SCVs, barracks, Marines, barracks. So you can just see him constantly cycling through things. There he goes, going to be building stuff at his barracks. And looking at the progress, checking his starports to see that, yes, they are still building, seeing, okay, yeah, I can still build more stuff. And you just see him cycling through all his hotkeys right now, and that is why his macro APM is probably so high. We can go back and look at Hero before this battle. What was he doing? Whooping units, pylons, units, stalkers, observer. More units moving. Warpgate's just looking at them once. Now the Vikings are landing. And then Hero realizing, oh, I can't do anything about those Vikings, but gets this beautiful concave. And he was just so cost-effective in that battle. Let's just look at the units lost before and after this. And then that will be the cast. Pause it. Lost everyone. Boom. So right now, We do have the Terran player losing around 1k minerals less than Hero. Go into the battle. Great force fields by Hero. And a great surround. And now the Terran player has lost more than Hero, so that's around 2 to 2.5k exchange in that battle in Hero's favor. Hopefully you guys enjoy the cast. If there's anything you want to see, anything at all, let me know. I read every comment. Compliments, criticism, whatever, just let me know. And I'll do my best to improve. Take care, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.